Most agents think they need more motivation, yet I believe they need more inflow and the structure to handle it, because your growth isn't limited by the market, it's limited by your inputs, your systems, and your ability to handle scale. Because for most agents, your inflow is your bottleneck. And until you fix that, nothing else moves, right? I woke up this morning thinking about this. I've been sitting with this since a conversation I had yesterday with one of the agents that I coach. And then I saw it again in their dashboards, in their listing pipelines, in their churn reports, in their lead logs. It was the same pattern, same bottleneck, same blind spot. And agents say they want more listings, but they don't do the math. And so if you ask most agents, what's your target this quarter? They say something along the lines of, I want 10 listings a month. And if you ask, how many appraisals do you need to hit that? They say maybe 20. And now if you ask them the question, how many leads do you need to get to 20 appraisals? More often than not, that's where they pause. And that pause is the problem. Most agents set really nice sounding goals, but they haven't reverse engineered the activity required to hit them. There's no daily plan, no time block, no capacity in place. And if you don't do the math, your business isn't built on strategy. It's built on hope. And hope is not a business model. So let's break it down. If you want 10 new listings per month and you convert 50% of those appraisals into signed listings, you need 20 appraisals per month. So if you book 1 in 4 leads into an appraisal, you need 80 leads per month. So that's 20 leads per week minimum. And that's just to maintain, not to grow. So if that's your goal, then let me ask you, are you generating 80 qualified leads every month? Do you have, the time blocked daily to follow up, to book and run 20 appraisals? Have you got the operational support to onboard 20 new sellers? And lastly, are you emotionally ready to hear 70 plus people say, no thanks, I'll think about it, or we've gone with somebody else? Because if not, you're not actually ready to grow. And this is usually the part where agents pull back. They turn the ads on, everything's looking good, the leads flood in, they get overwhelmed, and then follow-up drops. Bookings fall behind and deals fall through. And then they say these leads are crap. But the leads weren't crap. You just weren't prepared to handle inflow at scale. And this is what happens when you wish for the outcome, but not for the skills or structure required to manage it. There's actually a quote that I really love, and it's, most people wish for a weapon, but not for the skill to wield it. And I've seen this with agency owners too. I've built recruitment funnels for principals who said, Brandon, I want 5 new agents this quarter. And we turn the pipeline on, boom, 100 applicants roll in. But there's no interview process, there's no onboarding plan, there's no time blocked for follow-up. And within a week, they're drowning in unread CVs, wondering why it's not working. It's not a strategy problem, it's a capacity and clarity problem. Real growth is built backwards from retention, from not from hype, right? So let's bring this back to earth. In any service business, and real estate is no different, there are metrics you have to work within. You are never going to get your churn to 0. You're never going to convert 100% of your appraisals. You're never going to onboard clients without friction. And you're never going to scale if you pause inflow every time you get busy. Because if you want consistency, you have to operate like a consistent business. Real estate is known for chaos, right? There's peaks, there's valleys, there's hot months, there's dry months. Why? It's because of inconsistent inflow. When your inflow stops, your growth stops. When your follow-up drops, your pipeline dries up. When your focus shifts from generation to just servicing, you stall. You can't grow if you can't scale your inputs. So here's the real math agents avoid. Let's say your churn is 10%. You lose 10% of your listings due to expiry, vendor changes, or lost clients. And you want to grow from 20 to 40 listings in the pipeline. That means that you need to replace 2 listings per month just to stay level. And you need to add another 2 to 3 per month to grow. That's 4 to 5 listings per month, which means 8 to 10 appraisals, which means 32 to 40 new leads per month. And if you zoom out further, if you wanted 6 listings a month, that's 50 leads. If you want 10 listings, that's 80. So ask yourself, do you have the lead engine for that? Do you have the appointment slots to meet with that volume, right? Do you have the scripts, the automations, and support to onboard them properly? Because most agents don't. Yet they say, I want to write $500,000 this year, and it doesn't add up. And so if this is you, stop setting goals you haven't yet operationalized. If you want to dominate your area, if you want to be known in your suburb, if you want to list and sell 20, 30, 40 plus properties a year or more, then stop behaving like a part-timer and start acting like a volume-based business. Volume businesses don't hope, they build pipelines. They don't slow down when it's working. They double down, they do the math, they build the team, and they block the time. So if your inflow is your bottleneck, you need to face it, right? If your calendar doesn't reflect your goal, you need to rebuild it. So here's the truth. If you're not getting the results you want, it's probably not the market. It's because you're not generating enough inflow. You're not converting consistently, or you're not structured to scale. Now guys, this game isn't won by the talented, it's won by the consistent. So you can't grow if you can't generate, and you can't generate if you're not structured, and you can't structure until you face the numbers. So here's your challenge going into this week. Do your inflow math, right? Block your time, build the muscle of daily consistent lead generation, no matter how full your diary feels. If you want a bigger business, you've got to be a bigger operator. And if you can't afford the help yet, then you work double until you can. That's the game.